Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning? God, it's 9 in the morning, right? Yeah, that daylight savings kind of messes people up. But that's why I'm still in bed. I'm FayWhat, and I'm gonna help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's gonna be a fantastic week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, T-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too? If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we are live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on demand, baby. It's Monday, March 20th, 2023. First, for Women's History Month at the FayWhat Show, we want to spotlight women that aren't usually spotlighted, you know? And today we spotlight Joan Trumpauer Mulholland. She's an American civil rights activist who was active in the 1960s. Joan was one of the freedom riders who was arrested in Jackson, Mississippi in 1961. She's a recipient of the 2015 National Civil Rights Museum Freedom Award. She was a freedom rider and participant in the March on Washington, the Meredith March, and the Selma to Montgomery March. Her path crossed some of the biggest names in the civil rights movement: Martin Luther King, Fannie Lou Hamer, John Lewis, Diane Nash, and Julian Bond. Joan has received numerous awards in recognition for her work in the civil rights movement. Most recently, she received the 2018 I Am a Man Award on the 50th anniversary of King's assassination. In 2014, Joan and other female freedom riders were recognized by President Barack Obama. She has also received the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Annual Award of Honor and the Anti-Defamation League Annual Heroes Against Hate Award. So we think about you and we stand on your shoulders today. Thank you very much. And that is how we look at Women's International History Month. Yay! So it's time to kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What did you think I was talking about? Look at this man. I wouldn't know where to begin. Our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late, and they usually sleep late with pit bulls. Yes. This morning, I'm joined by my gay guy pal, adult performer, and star of For the Love of Dilfs on Out TV, Alex Ticas. Follow his adults-only Twitter at Alex_Ticas. Good morning, Alex, and welcome to Fay's Bed.
Good morning, Luna.
Luna loves you. She's just like, look, she's sitting on you. Look at her.
She's so great.
She loves you.
How are you?
I'm good, Alex.
How's everything?
How are you?
I heard you recently switched.
Oh, God. Are we really going to talk about that? We went to the dark side?
We need like 30 seconds to talk about the big switch.
No, I didn't go straight. Ew.
She's straight now.
Ew, gross.
Even worse.
Even worse than that. I was straight for like 4 months in like 2013, and it was a weird time. It was very weird.
No, this tops it. Google to iPhone.
I went Android to iPhone this week, and it has not been a smooth transition, folks. All you iPhone people, okay? First of all, you're part of a cult, like CrossFit, okay? No, it's a cult.
It's not.
It's a cult, okay?
Listen, your life will be so much simpler. Just wait.
Oh God, but and everybody's like, "You're blue now. You're blue now," and I'm like, "What the hell?" You're not a green number.
What's these green numbers? I don't know who you are. I don't know you.
And that's a thing, right? When iPhone users will see a green and go, ugh.
When you're blue, we know it's safe.
We know you're safe. We can't trust the green.
We don't trust the green. No, it's all right.
Like, you know, Alex, my wife, what she said? She's like, look, baby, you know, we've been married for 5 years and I love you and I think that you're a cool kid, but I look down on people who have Androids. And I'm like, what? Like, no, but
I don't look down on them, but I'm like, I don't trust you.
Okay, but I mean, still, right? Like you're still getting a marginalized part of the community where it's like, I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
You know, where she's like, kind of like, where you been?
It's
like everybody else is an iPhone. Why wouldn't you be?
It's not a verified number. I don't trust you. It could be a million. You can get a million Google numbers, different numbers. They're all green. Yeah, but you have to buy a separate iPhone to get another blue number.
Oh, geez. That's a lot going on. That's a lot going on.
Anyway.
But I will say that I really like this airdrop feature.
Right?
Like for shits and giggles, I was at Faina Theater on Miami Beach, right, over the weekend, and I just sent a badge picture to some random person that was there.
Please give me a minute because this is a funny New York story.
Okay, but
so I'm in New York on the subway, and I have a roommate, and we send like hot guy pics on the subway.
Okay.
So I take a picture of this beautiful man on the subway. It was like, oh my God, Derek Jeter.
You still remember how cute he was.
Yes. So I accidentally airdrop it publicly, and instead of sending it to my roommate, and this queen comes up to me and goes, ha ha.
Oh my God!
So please be very careful.
Be
careful with your airdrop. That's all I have.
Okay. What does that mean when you can airdrop to everybody who's there?
So you're in the airport and you are ready for action.
Okay.
You just airdrop. And you just send your
Freaking people waiting for a plane, the pilots are looking at you, everybody's like, hey, what's up?
If you airdrop everyone that's available to receive airdrop can get that picture. So, but if you want to airdrop to your wife and she's sitting next to you, you can just airdrop to her exclusively. You got to be careful. You got to read. You got to read and reread.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm part of the cult, so I will have to stop bad mouthing you folks.
Join us.
It's safe here.
It's safe. Drink your tea.
Red drum. Drink this Kool-Aid. There's no cyanide in it. Just take a little nap.
It's fine. It's just you'll just take a nap. You'll wake up in
God.
refreshed.
All right. Well, we'll keep up with the saga. I tell you how I feel in a couple of weeks. Right now, my Mac is talking to my phone, and supposedly that's supposed to be a good thing.
Everything's connected.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyway,
there's a lot of interesting things going on this week in the LGBTQ plus community. Me and this kid, let me tell you. All the time. Alex, let's kiki on some of them now.
Let's do it.
All right, first, whereas the rest of the world is losing their collective shit over HBO's The Last of Us, thanks to Daddy Pascal, there's another daddy-centric show that's taking over my ability to function in normal society. It's called Out TV's For the Love of Dose. Yeah. Hosted by Stormy Daniels, this steamy gay dating reality show pairs himbos with successful daddies, all in a quest to see who can establish a connection and ultimately find love. If it sounds completely ridiculous to you, don't worry. It totally is ridiculous, and that's why we freaking love it. Even if Alex Ticas is now off the show. Watch this.
I hope everybody had a fantastic time on your sexy photo shoot dates tonight. I can't wait to scroll through the galleries on those photos and find a little inspiration for myself, maybe. Make me proud. But sadly, tonight is our elimination ceremony, and so one of our daddies will be going home. So we're gonna start right off the top here with you, Tony. Who do you pick?
It is elimination time, and I'm all dressed up in my little onesie. I'm feeling confident. The sun's setting. There's kind of a storm in the distance, but I know nothing can ruin this night. And then everything changed.
Well, I have to say, all of you guys are really, really, really handsome. And Alex?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I was actually freaking out. I was like, how am I going to handle this? And you just handle it by speaking your truth.
I came to the house with an open heart, and I don't think my heart is healed. I won't bore you guys. I came out of an engagement 8 months ago that fucking destroyed me. I entered sobriety 6 months ago, and I got this call, and I thought that I was ready, to dive into something, but my heart is still on the fucking operating table.
The oxygen masks come off. You got to put the oxygen mask on before you can help anybody else. And I need to keep that oxygen mask on right now because that's the only way I'm going to be able to give of myself to somebody else.
It's not fair to you. And it's not fair to my sanity. It's not fair to my sanity. And it's not fair to my care of anybody. So I'm very sorry to interrupt. I can't go further. I have to bow out. I'm sorry.
I don't think you owe any of us an apology. I think what you've done tonight is incredibly brave.
I feel like we all go through something. And we're all going through something in this world, and we all have our own story. And I just thought it was so brave that he stepped forward and said this. It would be selfish of me to keep him. And I guess if I didn't know much about this world, but you really helped me understand so much. Thank you.
Aw, I was even tearing up there. What are we all talking about? Okay, a couple of things. How is it that everybody else looks fatter on TV and you look more buff? 2, God, they couldn't get a makeup artist for Stormy?
Oh,
wow, no, I mean, like, she's prettier than that. 3, there was a moment there where she looked like she was so upset. She looked like she had to sleep with Trump again or something.
Oh my goodness.
Like, you saw her face, she was like...
You have a lot of opinions today about Stormy Daniels. First of all, she did her own makeup.
I can tell. What? No, wait a minute. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, it's not. Listen, I'm sorry.
This is a reality
There's a
show.
difference between me doing my makeup and somebody doing it for me.
Right.
You always look way better and more professionally put together when somebody can do it, you know?
Well, maybe she just doesn't know if she's a fall or a winter or a
Maybe
spring.
that's it. Yeah. Girl, get some browns.
But she is a class act, and she
Oh,
is
I
a
love
super,
that.
super sweet. Yeah, good lady.
I love that.
Yeah, so...
Were you surprised by feeling that way about her?
I knew, because I watched her talk on a lot of talk shows, and I knew that she was super smart, and I know that she was like really, really scared about her, and she has a kid, and she was being threatened, and then her lawyer fucked her up.
That freaking conniving little piece of shit.
Like she had something, and then it just completely, her lawyer just messed everything up for her, and she had a little too much inside information for it to be sort of like fabricated. I don't think anybody would ever put themselves through that.
Did she talk openly about that?
She spoke
really?
very, very open. From like the second she opened the door and he walked in, and the type of like what's his name? I don't know if it was Chris. One of the talk show hosts had sort of like, what kind of penis does Donald Trump have? Oh, so she talked about him having like a little. It looked like a little mushroom. So he brought out various sizes.
Oh my God! She pointed which one was closest to him. Oh my God!
So they had her sign an NDA or some sort of but she signed it Stormy Daniels.
Okay, which is not her government name.
So it's obviously not a very valid way to. So that's kind of smart, I think.
No, it is.
But it just created a lot of controversy for her. I think it was better than the Monica Lewinsky stuff, but she was clearly telling the truth. But there's no way that guy, no matter what he does, no matter what he says, oh my God, he's being indicted. Oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, nothing's going to happen to this guy except death.
Yeah.
Natural causes.
Ever.
Yeah, that's it.
It just seems that way. Like nothing can touch him.
Yeah.
But I like that she was, talking about Stormy again, that she was very hands-on with you folks and was like there for, like when you see a lot of these shows, you don't know how much is scripted, how much is, ad-lib. Does she just come in for those certain parts and then you never saw her?
I mean, the creators and the producers, they really just let us roll the cameras, and at the end we had like little commentaries at the end, but they let us. I mean, they were so generous, and they were so like when I talked to them about what was happening for me. I mean, I was like, how are we going to do this?
Well, so you had, before this elimination, you had already sat down with the producers and said, this is where I'm at. This is where my brain is at. This is where my heart is at.
So what was happening was Tokyo and Gordon were having a big fight at the pool table. And Tokyo was just being Tokyo. Like, clearly he wanted the airtime. And I was watching this and I'm like, I can't be here. And like, this is way too much for me. Like, this is just sort of... I don't
have the energy for it.
I don't have the, like, it didn't feel, not that it didn't feel genuine for me, because I was really in it to win it. I was in it to just like look for what was happening, but it just was like, I just couldn't be around all that drama. And I had just come from Spain for like 2 weeks, so I wasn't at a meeting. I wasn't able to go to meetings there. And I was going to be there for another week with a bunch of guys. Like 12 young guys, not 12, 6 young guys, 6 older guys. We're all like together.
A bunch of you in one room,
in a mansion, and I was like, I need a meeting. That's all I could. I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to and I was very it was getting a little bit. I was having a lot of anxiety about it. And Tony's adorable, and I was like, all right, he was fun. He was really cute.
You mentioned that you had just started your sobriety journey again 6 months before you started filming this. Did production know that initially?
No, they didn't know.
Was there a moment there that you thought to yourself, F it, let me have some drinks and make this a little easier?
There was, I'm not sure if there was alcohol.
Really? Because most of these reality shows, they want you to drink so more drama can happen before film.
Oh, you know what? I think it was available, but nobody there had a problem with it. I chose, of course, not. I chose to drink whatever. But soda, or like it looked like ginger ale or whatever. So, no. They were, and then I just told them, I said, this is what's happening. They had somebody on the show to make sure that everybody was okay. How you doing? I don't know. I believe it was a psychologist or something, just to make sure that everybody was just sort of like, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. Checking in.
Yeah. So I just walked up to him and I said, this is what's happening. And I was like, I gotta get out of here.
And when you sat and spoke to this gentleman, you already knew you were leaving.
I was like, I need to get out of here. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just not
to these
fair.
Other contestants that are in it to win it.
It's not fair to the other contestants. It's not fair to Tony. I'm not ready to be in a relationship.
No, you were just 8 months out of being engaged, dude.
We were it was, oh my God. I was in Puerto Vallarta before I was in Spain, and Puerto Vallarta was where I booked the honeymoon. So I basically was at the honeymoon by myself.
Oh my God, what a trigger that was.
Because, I was in Puerto Vallarta, and that's where they asked me to make a tape for DILFs. I was like, all right, but literally I was, so I walk into the hotel, where we have our honeymoon, and it says, been a big heart.
No, congratulations, Mr. and Mr.
Yeah. And it was very like Carrie Bradshaw, Mexico.
What should I do now? Call my sponsor, go to a meeting? No, I'm gonna jump on a plane and go to a mansion and be with, 11 other dudes.
Called my sponsor every day.
God.
I had to do all of that.
But do you know what a gift that is, Alex? Like, to be that aware. Like, most people would have been like, F it. Let me just see this through. I know I'm not mentally good. I might go off the deep end when I get out of here. I might go straight to used, but...
Right. And I'm not a quitter. I'm not like, I start something and I bite the bullet and I finish it. You know what I mean?
You strike me as someone like me, we play hurt. Something's going on, we go F it. We still have to do work, we still have to do this and that. I'm not going to let that stop me from getting this done.
Just let's go, let's do it, let's get it done. In my mind, I'm just sort of like, you know what? In a couple of hours, it'll be over. So that's how I sort of got
through the days.
Got through the days. And I'm like, you know what? This is not fair. And I'm going crazy. And I was very tempted. I was just sort of like, blah, 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 blah. But fortunately, I got out and everything was back to normal. And, I'm still looking. Still looking, but more aware of the point is, you cannot be the best person for the person you want if you can't be the best person for yourself.
Amen. Amen. And you know,
know what I
I
mean?
have
You just can't.
I have single friends that
Yeah.
are constantly upset. I'm not complete until I find my partner. I'm still single, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And you know what I tell them? I'm like, listen, your man right now is taking care of some shit.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't want him right now.
Right.
Let him finish what he's got to do.
Yeah.
And then you'll get together
Like,
when it's time.
Yeah. Go to the movies go on a date by yourself.
By yourself, love
Go
yourself.
on a date take yourself by yourself. I bought my ex a really beautiful ring. He returned it, and it was from Tiffany. And I was like, buy yourself a fucking ring from Tiffany.
So did you?
Not yet.
Oh.
But I'm turning 50, and I kind of think I want to get myself a Rolex because it's my 50th.
Ooh, wow. Well,
Every 50-year-old man should have Rolex. That's what I think.
every 40-something-year-old woman should have a Rolex too. Get me one.
A little Diamond Chronicle Rolex.
Oh, it's going to be.
Yeah.
And you deserve it, Alex.
I mean, you know, I think we deserve to be happy so that we can make other people
and we have to
happy.
be happy with ourselves.
So that we can make other people happy.
So we can make
There's-
other people happy.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. You can't come to the table like you said.
Yeah.
You know, in the airplane when they tell you the little mask comes down,
How?
you got to put yours on before you help
them.
somebody else. And
Yeah, and they were very kind. The producers were very kind, and they edited it. I saw it the way everybody else saw it, and they edited it in such a way that just was helpful
to others,
to
you
a lot-
had everybody crying there.
I got a lot of mail. A lot.
Really?
Oh my God.
That is beautiful.
From Instagram, like Twitter.
Oh, I
from
love that.
I got a lot of mail saying what you did was not expected and was very brave. And I was like, I'm glad. So
For the love of DILFs on Out TV, who on there would you stay friends with?
Gordon. Oh my God, Charles Moriarty. I'm like, can I just go out on a date with Charles?
Ooh, I can see that. I'd watch that sex.
He walked
saying.
in, and I'm like, maybe for the love of DILFs means that DILFs love DILFs.
Love DILFs, right? Maybe we just do a daddy episode and we just, forget about that.
But we've occasionally flirted on Instagram back and forth. But he's out in the UK. I'm friends with Tony, of course. Like I love him, and Gordon, Tony, Charles. And Bobby Knight actually. And I have worked together.
Oh.
So and he's so funny.
Before you went there.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see a familiar face when you got
oh my
there,
God,
right?
we were like, hey, and he's so funny.
You're like,
and
turn around,
so-
bend over, hey!
I mean, and you can watch that for $5 on
OnlyFans.
You could watch.
I tell you guys every week to get your subscription.
Oh no! Even more, we are nominated for a Grabby in the U.S. for the Bobby Knight orgy.
Shut up.
Yes.
Wow, congratulations. Is that something you say? You say congratulations.
Well, you say congratulations because it was not studio created. It was
POV?
no performer.
Okay.
So you have like studios sending in their best work, and then all of a sudden you have a content creator who's in the room with all of these studios. We don't have a chance of winning. I could care less. But when you see that content creators are producing work that turns people on just like a studio with a budget.
Of course.
We're just a bunch of guys in a room getting it on.
But still, that recognition is still important.
It's important because it shows that hot is hot, sexy is sexy. You don't have to have a big budget behind you. You just have to have fun.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird. Yeah. For the love of DILFs.
Oh my God. Are you going to watch it now that you're off?
I'm definitely gonna go to the closing party in New York, I believe, and I have to catch up and see what's going on because Tokyo just makes me laugh. Like I love this guy. He's so sweet in real life, of course, but he is on reality TV and he wants to let you know that he is. I'm like, I know what you're doing, girl, and I love it.
And it's working.
And I'm here for it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Shout out to Tokyo.
Shout out. So for the love of DILFs, Out TV, okay, Alex is no longer on the show. You saw his wonderful, beautiful exit, but it's still something to watch, or go back and watch the episodes that he was on. Those are my favorite.
Oh,
Just
thank
saying.
you.
Next, Billy Porter met Cher for the first time when he ran into her on the red carpet in Los Angeles. His reaction? The Pose star told the icon he'd been waiting for this moment my whole life. I don't know if that's maybe how he said it, but that's how I would have said it. He even Instagram, if I was Billy Porter, right? He even Instagrammed about it. Among those to comment was Queer Eye's Bobby Burke, who said, quote, "This just made me instantly start crying," end quote. Actor and singer Luke Evans commented, quote, "Beyond." Porter and Cher attended the taping of NBC's Carol Burnett 90 Years of Laughter Love. Porter was among the few musical performers on the night, apart from Bernadette Peters, Jane Lynch, Katy Perry, and Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah.
Billy Porter gets starstruck meeting Cher. Which celebrity would make you starstruck, Alex Dicas? What are we all talking about?
So weird. Like, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, two people. Dolly Parton.
Oh, I love Dolly.
Dolly Parton, I would be like, oh my God. Like, and the weirdest thing that like she would make me cry if I met her is probably Taylor Swift.
Really?
Yeah.
Tay-Tay, like that? You're a Swiftie?
I'm a Swiftie. Taylor has turned into like this, for me, this amazing lyricist, and she wrote the most beautiful breakup song called Happiness. She wrote a beautiful breakup song called Happiness, and I'm like, this is the perfect breakup song, because it's like, you know, we were together, we grew, we like learned about each other, it's time to move on, it sucks, it hurts, but you know, you're above the trees. Once she says, when I'm above the trees, I see everything for what it is. It's so
And
cool.
why this has
So
to be.
like, I picture myself like she's like in the room and surrounded by her entourage, and I'm like this 50-year-old man crying, and I'm never gonna, just like, who the fuck is that crazy man crying?
Why is he crying
Why
in
is he
the
crying?
corner there?
And I'm like, I just want to tell you that this breakup song really changed my life. And I'm like, but put her, yeah. And Dolly
Yes.
Dolly
And
Parton,
Dolly Parton is Dolly
Dolly
Parton.
Parton, because like, I mean, I grew up with, she was like one of my babysitters. She was like a baby, like I loved her and everything that she did. And it's so funny, like this whole drag thing that's happening. Yeah, she's like, well, I hope they don't arrest me, because I'm pretty much
In drag all the time. I remember that. Side piece that told me about that quote, and it's the truth. I love your two. I love both of those women for different
What
reasons.
about?
I mean, it's hard. I was in the same room with Dolly Parton, right? I didn't get to interview her. There was a chance that I was going to be able to, and that alone put me like this the whole entire time.
Right.
But then it didn't happen, and I kind of was relieved. And then I was also really mad about the situation. It was really weird. But to just be in the same room with Dolly Parton, like, you're different. You feel her aura from across the room, and it's weird.
And
my first set of boobs were after her. I was like, I want those boobs.
Did you take them down?
Yeah, a lot.
Because they were like
ginormous.
Because that's like a lot of boobs.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's like 4 feet nothing.
And she hasn't changed. Like she did. Do you think she had them augmented and taken them down?
I think I don't know, maybe gone up. Who knows? But I mean, her waist is like the size of your neck, Alex.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
like
believe it,
literally, and she's 4'11", and I'm 5'11", so it looked like.
I bet you, like, if Dolly Parton like walked up to you in like 30 seconds, you would be like her like best friend, because that just seems like her personality. Like,
oh God,
she will look at you and she will just treat you like you're.
She makes you feel that way, doesn't she? Make you feel like it's okay to go and say hi, right?
And yes, like that's somebody you're gonna. I mean, that's kind of like what it is with a lot of country performers, especially of that era
at that time, yeah,
because they're so used to like the Loretta Lynn's and all. They're just so used to like people just coming up to them and going, "I love you."
Yeah, especially the women.
Yeah.
Especially the women when it comes to country, because you know that most of those males, like, you know, I was a huge Luke Bryan fan, and then I found out what he really felt about our community, and I was like destroyed, you know, because I was such a big fan, you know. And then you speak of Tay-Tay, she's also came from country, one of the few crossovers as she was, you know, and has not stopped writing, okay? And you could talk shit about her, and I have coworkers here at Happening Out Television that are always talking shit about her, but honestly, she writes all her stuff.
Yeah.
She constantly reinvents herself.
Yeah.
She's an ally to our community.
Yeah.
She could play a ton of instruments.
Yeah. Oh
Tell
my
me
God.
another artist who can do that.
I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
Thank you.
I mean, like when you look at the first album, like when she's like so young and she's just the guitar, right? I'm like, look at this girl, like, and
Like
then,
those on Mine, the Romeo and Juliet videos,
my
like
God.
all that stuff.
When you're 15, somebody's gonna tell you they love you, and you're gonna believe them. I'm like at the gym listening to this.
Right, this tough ass mofo is there.
I'm like listening to this. I'm like, yeah, that's right. When you're 15, somebody's gonna tell you they love you. You're gonna believe them. That's fucking.
That happens at 49 too. Like that was
That never stops happening. Oh my God, we're talking about Taylor Swift. All right.
Well, anyway. I love that Killy. You hear me? All right. That Billy Porter was like that about Cher.
Yes.
I have met Cher, and I kind of was like starstruck also. I didn't cry about it, but she's one of our icons, you know?
Is she?
She looks like a dog. She looks like a doll, but like not in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like you would think that it would look like the Saw puppet, that she's just like Madonna looks.
Right.
No, she doesn't look like that. She's gotten good stuff done.
She's got. But I watched Burlesque for like 20 minutes the other day. Like, yeah, that was really. She looks great.
She looks great. I'm sorry. And I do her now.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, I do her. Would you video it if I did it?
I would video it, but I kind of would. From like the neck down.
Oh, I'm afraid. You're afraid, Mia. He's going under the covers. He's afraid.
I'm like
a little girl.
I'm
afraid. Get afraid. Like, do I want to look down there? Maybe we turn off the lights. We do an infrared filming.
We turn on the lights. We put on a little black lingerie, like you know.
We'll cover it up.
We'll color the lights.
We'll be fine.
Trust me. I know all the tricks about filming, by the way.
I bet you do.
Trust me.
I know you do. And it's all about the lighting
and the angles.
Somebody sent me a vag pic once, but like use good lighting. It was not a pretty pic. And anything could be pretty in lighting. Don't put that face. Even a vag.
Like a vag.
Yes. Stop it. Vages are beautiful. Vages are beautiful.
Okay, well, they're beautiful because, you know, they're
like flowers.
Because we need to move on to the next topic.
It was the night of March 6, 1936, and Rockland Palace was filled to capacity. The venue at 155th Street and 8th Ave in Harlem saw nearly 8,000 guests that night. 8,000. The event was the 68th annual Hamilton Lodge Odd Fellows Ball. That night was different, though, because a black queen took home the top prize of $50. $50. All right? For the first time since the ball started in the 1860s, okay? That was $50.
Wow.
Sporting a grayish blonde wig and a white tulle gown designed for the occasion by Dan Hazel. John Lamar won the pageant by popular choice. Entertainer Ethel Waters presented Lamar's Award, and Black Harlem basked in the historic occasion, erupting in excitement at the victory of one of their very own winning. That night, the Hamilton Lodge served its original purpose as the Black Queens took center stage. In the 1920s, there were drag balls in Harlem. Did you know that? What are we all talking about? How cool is this?
I've been to drag balls in Harlem, and they're awesome, but I didn't know they were going back then. And how cool is that?
How amazing to have 8,000 people and the price to be $50. Like, you know, like these queens wouldn't get out of bed for less than a couple hundred, you know?
It's Harlem, it's the Renaissance. Of course a black queen is going to win. Like, I mean, who else would win?
But it was the first time that a black queen had, okay? And for those days, Alex, these things were like speakeasies. You had to know someone who knew someone to get in, all right? And they were usually in a warehouse or underground in a basement and stuff like that. And Harlem had those spaces.
That's really weird. That's cool.
So it's just like, I just wanted to spotlight that, because how freaking cool, like when these far right people are like, oh, it's new. You invented queer. Oh, you invented non-binary. No, we've been around forever, mofos. We've been around forever.
Now it's just because you're so quick to receive information, right? On your iPhone. See, wait how quick that information is going to be. So, but it's so quick to receive information that you are getting these images and ideas and, you know, all of these opinions so quickly, and you're not going to agree with them. Like, you know, you're in the 1800s, and there's people are dressing up like women in New York. Nobody knows about that in Wisconsin. Nope. But they do now because of Instagram
and social. Yeah, because of social media and everything. I mean? But again, we didn't invent it. Okay, and we needed places like this all those years ago when we weren't able to be out. You know, when if people found out you were gay, they would put your name in the paper. So you would lose your job and your families. This is how people were treated back then. Yet they took the chance and went to these balls to be their true, authentic selves.
In Europe, in Berlin, before the war, and like they were doing all of that stuff, all of it. But so it was happening way back.
Next, fitness guru Sean T was a guest on a recent episode of the Align podcast. Sean is an out and proud LGBTQ plus advocate. Followers of his social media know that besides working out content, he also shares lots of videos of his home life. He's been married to his husband, Scott Blocker, for over 10 years, and the two are raising twin boys. Host Aaron Alexander asked Sean how often he received messages from men in heterosexual relationships telling him that they were gay or maybe unsure, what to do with Sean's response, surprised some when he would say, quote, every day of my life. You just try something new. He also talked about labels, about how they are one of the toughest things because when one is looked at as gay, people think he does not want anything to do with a woman. However, many gay guys will still have a threesome involving a girl, and you know, there are more closeted folks now than ever, including a lot of far right folks, right? So what are we all talking about? What do you think? Well, I mean, okay, for you, all right? you like that segue? You like that segue? Because I wasn't planning that, right?
Wait. So we're talking about a devil's three-way, right?
Is that what it's called? A devil's three-way when two gay men sleep with a girl?
When it's two guys and a girl. And I'm sorry, but if I'm having a three-way with another guy, if I'm having a three-way with Sean T, I'm not looking at you, Faye.
Okay, but if I'm the only way that you get to F Sean T, do you allow me to be for real? I'll take it.
I'm a No, but we
wait. What did you call it? The devil's what? What did you call it?
So if it's two girls and a guy, it's like every guy's fantasy.
All right. Yeah.
But if it's two guys and a girl, it's not. It's
what did you call it? The devil's what?
It's called the devil's three-way. So like in like a lot of heterosexual porn, like if there's. Can I get like sort of
please detailed? Yes, do it and talk slowly so the viewers can have
like,
a moment.
It's very popular to do like a double penetration on a girl, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. But if you're like double vag or double anal, like a lot of the straight guys that do that, because there are straight guys that do three-ways like that. But if you're gonna do like a double where the penises are actually touching, which is like my favorite kind of porn in the world, of course.
Mine too. I'm sorry. Mine too.
Right? A lot of straight guys
won't.
No homo, bro.
No homo. Okay.
No homo, bro. But those guys are like, I love it.
Why do so many gay boys love straight boys that will deny them after sex?
They love straight boys that deny them, period. Like,
don't talk to me, I don't need to know your name.
It's like,
let's F right now.
It's like the guy that, because it's the hunt, because it's like
the challenge.
Because the hot cable guy comes over, the mechanic is there.
The Amazon guy, they've updated.
The Amazon guy, and you're just like, you know what? You are 2 beers away from taking care of business. Like in our mind, that's what we think.
Okay, but is that wrong to think that way?
It's not wrong to think that way.
Is it wrong to act on it?
It's wrong to act on it.
Damn it.
It's wrong to, it's disrespectful. It's wrong to act on it. And, you can pick up a clue, when you ask the Amazon guy if he's thirsty and if he wants a glass of water, then you
drop your pants.
Then you can say, "How was your day? Are you busy?" But if
do you have another delivery?
How are your deliveries?
I have a package for you to pick up.
But yes, but if he's not thirsty, then you say, "Have a great day. Thanks for your Thanks for delivering my package."
Thank you for my
safely.
Amazon. Thank you.
Yeah.
As an adult star that you are, do you get people sliding into your DM saying, "Hey, I'm straight, but I'd sleep with you," or
no.
"I'm curious.
Oh, okay.
What should I do about that?"
No. I don't get a lot of straight guys that hit me up. I do know a lot of gay for pay, and I do know a lot of bi guys that work with women and men, and they seem to be having a great time doing both. But I don't get, I get a lot of guys saying, "How do I break into the industry?"
Okay.
But I don't get like straight guys wanting. I'm too old for that. Like they're gonna go for, I think, for younger sort of generation.
You think so?
Yeah.
Honey, you're hot and you're a daddy.
No, but it's
you know what you're doing.
But let me tell you, it's spring break, and I'm at Sebastian Beach, and I'm watching these spring breakers.
You're watching 19-year-olds.
I'm watching
22-year-olds.
22-year-olds.
They could drink. They could drink.
Well, I'm watching 22-year-olds, and I'm just watching them, and some of them don't look like that. So we're like, I like the varsity football 22-year-old.
Got it. Not the twink 22-year-old. Do you put on? Are you on Grindr?
Yes, I'm on Grindr.
Do you put your Grindr on when you're on Sebastian Beach? Because it'll be like 2 feet away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's dance Grindr or Scruff. You put it on, but what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna like
go into the water or anything
But I have to say, on Sebastian Beach, I don't know if I should say this, but the Ritz-Carlton has some really good bathrooms.
So now we know where to find the boys. And the Ritz-Carlton is beautiful. I mean, if you're going to do it upscale, right?
If you're going to edit that. But
No, we're not editing that. We love you, the Ritz-Carlton. I doubt that they're going to be a sponsor of the FayWhat show anytime soon. So, Ritz-Carlton, that's where you should go, right across. It's right across from Sebastian. You know where it is.
It's right across. And they let you use the bathroom. They understand. And sometimes you got to use the bathroom. But
sometimes you have to use the bathroom. Do you airdrop? Oh, now that I'm learning about airdrop, do you airdrop when you're there?
I don't airdrop because if I put myself on, everybody just knows who I am anyway.
By your penis?
Everybody just
I've
by
seen
my
that penis
Twitter.
somewhere.
By my Twitter, they just know who I am.
Sure.
I don't airdrop.
Sure. Next.
Sorry.
Late last month, the chocolate company Hershey's announced the Her for She campaign, celebrating International Women's Day on March 8th. The campaign includes special limited edition chocolate bars and wrappers featuring images of young Canadian women who are changing how we see the future. Among the 5 women featured in the campaign is Faye Johnston, Executive Director of Wisdom to Action. After Johnstone tweeted about the collaboration earlier this week, conservatives criticized the inclusion of a trans woman in the campaign, of course, and called for a boycott of Hershey's. Of course, right? The Million Moms, that's really 3 mad bitches. Yeah. However, Hershey's Canada is standing by a new trans-inclusive ad campaign after a right-wing backlash. Watch this.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the Executive Director of Wisdom to Action. We can create a world. My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the Executive Director of Wisdom to Action. We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic selves.
I love you, Faye. Finally, a big corporation puts a trans woman in their ad and doesn't give a crap about the backlash. Yes. What are we all talking about? Look at my M&Ms.
Oh.
Do you see them? I couldn't get the Hershey's one because they're Canadian and like you just can't get stuff.
Oh, no.
But here we have, purple's my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a very royal color.
Is it a very royal color?
Very royal.
Oh, yeah, and not because Tay-Tay did a lavender song?
Maybe. Oh, I love that. That's so cool.
Anyway, so I love M&M's. Thank you, Hershey's, for all you do. And I love that they didn't give a crap about the backlash. And they're like, you know, like some of these commercials that were out for Super Bowl that had 2 boys, or they had, you know, inclusivity, were taken down, and people were like, "Oh, we'll just cut that out of the commercial." Like
somebody wrote on about Campbell Soup. Like there was a commercial for Campbell Soup, and it was 2 gay guys doing, and the Campbell Soup people were like, you know, maybe you just need a bowl of hot, delicious Campbell Soup for your cold heart, or something like that. So they just totally read them back. I mean, what are you boycotting? You're going to boycott Starbucks. You're going to boycott Hershey's. You're going to boycott. What are you, Nabisco? Who are you going to boycott? Like, and like, no. And but if we boycott, right? If we boycott something, we are, what are we, woke or whatever we're doing?
We're woke.
But if you boycott something,
you're protecting people.
You're protecting the children.
You're protecting the children.
And what's in that drag thing that's happening in? Is it Tennessee or Oklahoma?
Tennessee.
So I'm thinking, like, wouldn't it be like really cool if they had like a million drag queen march, and like all of the RuPaul queens sort of like got together and just like got a million allies?
I love
and
that.
Like do it. Like, get these fucking people in line.
Yeah.
No, we are not going anywhere.
No.
Period.
And our drag queens aren't going anywhere.
They are not. They're not. They're going to be they're the front lines. They're going to be the first ones that are going to, like, you know.
Listen, next week I'm going to have Velvet Lenore on the show, and she's just an incredible talent, right? And so she is the queen of the Palm Beaches, right? This is going to be like her 31st Pride, all right?
Lady, yeah.
And so they were telling them, okay, you can't have drag queens if you're going to have alcohol. So basically, you can't make money.
Yeah.
Okay, like this is how they're trying to like tighten them up, and they were like, "No, F you, we'll figure out a way around this. Don't worry, you boo. We're still gonna have our drag queens."
I want every one of them to like Google how many drag queens have attacked a child. Or None. And then I want them to Google how many Christian leaders, how many church leaders, how many pastor leaders, how many Sunday school teachers, how many have attacked a child this year.
Yeah.
I want you to like put them both in a pile and tell me who the fuck is the danger here.
I saw a meme that it's like these guys in dresses, and it was all the priests, all the Catholic priests are the ones you should worry about.
And it's like Gucci. And by the way, the Catholic Church is like Gucci creates everything for them.
Everything.
There's like they're like the painting, the art, everything could feed like a small country. But these are the people that we review. I'm a violent atheist, by the way, so.
Violent atheist, like not just an atheist, like a violent.
Not a physically violent, a verbally violent.
And that's okay. You're allowed to speak your mind.
Violent. I don't like. It's bullying. I don't like bullying.
It is bullying.
It's bullying. So that's what I think about.
It's a mess.
Nice dress. Nice dress, Pope. But I like this Pope.
Nice dress, Pope.
But I like this Pope. He's
so thank you again to Hershey for all you do. I really did like the ad campaign, and I'm going to be jumping into some of these. Oh yeah, by the way, Luna, do not give any dogs chocolate.
Do not give dogs.
That's bad. Oh my God! Did I just notice I had this here? Do you know what this is? This is from last week's. This is from last week's. Hi, thank you, Luna. St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, you're a flower.
I'm a shamrock.
Yes.
I'm a green shamrock.
Okay. It's a good luck.
If I did it this way, it'd probably look like a vagina.
So you never see there's 5. Is it 5 petals or 4?
It's 4. Oh my God! You know what? Did you see the Oscars last week?
Look,
that woman with the white. This is what I'm like totally feeling right now,
but
right?
It should be like 8
it used to be like too big.
and then you got like Meryl Streep behind you going, "Girl, really?"
I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, Meryl Streep would be like, "Take that shit off."
She'd be on the front row, but she would be like, if she were sitting behind, she'd be like, "Excuse me, miss."
Ma'am,
and you would be like, "No, I got a million people looking at me right now."
They paid me. They paid me to wear this hat. You know.
She got a lot of press.
Yeah. Next.
Anyway.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Girl Scout cookie season. Woohoo! And if there's one gift the internet has brought us, it's that you can now get your Thin Mint fix with the click of a button through digital cookie storefronts that allow individual Girl Scouts to sell boxes. A trans activist and legislative researcher, Erin Reed, has compiled a handy-dandy thread of trans Girl Scouts who you can buy cookies from this year. Buy your cookies from trans Girl Scouts. What are we all talking about? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's great we have to be able to support them. Let them make money. Let them win the competition.
Yeah.
Let them win the competition. Let them just fuck everybody's brain up. Let's just let them win. So I'm all about it.
We did a story a couple of weeks ago about people selling Girl Scout cookies in WeHo, right?
And in front of the bars.
And nobody had thought about that because, we're not going to the gay community. No. Gross. Well, those girls sold everything.
Yes, because gay men have money.
And they eat.
Popular
contrary to popular belief.
And if you're charming and cute and you're just like this little kid and they just want to help and they're gonna take, it's kind of like taking a stand, isn't it? It's sort of like when you're helping out, when you're the gay person that is like making the Girl Scout win, you're changing somebody's life. You know what I mean? You're the one that's changed somebody's life.
And a gay person changed their life. They won't forget that.
Yeah. So it's the same thing with so if you're creating a transgendered roster of people that are selling cookies, go for it. If I had a choice, yes.
I would buy theirs.
That's what I would do.
I love it.
Yeah.
And kudos to the woman that put it together because that's just fantastic. Yeah. Next, as of March 2023, state legislators have already introduced 300 anti-LGBTQ plus bills this year. 300, okay? It's only March. Many of them specifically targeting drag performances and gender-affirming care. To bolster morale in the LGBTQ plus community, several Drag Race queens took the time from celebrating the show's 200th episode to share some fighting words. Sasha Colby, the drag legend who is currently competing in the show's 15th season and killing it. God, I love her. That body, that face, so my Lord. Season 14 queen, Carrie Colby. Season 6 queen, Laganja Stranja. And season 2 queen and All-Star 6 winner, Kylie Sonique, Otra Linda, are a few of the names speaking out against anti-drag bills. Drag Race stars speak their minds on anti-trans and anti-drag legislation. What are we all talking about?
Create whatever you want to create. It is voting season. You need to get your name out there. You need to rile people up.
Yep.
That's what you need to do because people need to know where you stand but you're not going to win.
But you're not going to win.
You're just not going to win. You cannot. I pay my taxes.
Yep.
I pay taxes.
Yep.
So should I not? If my rights are taken away,
then why should I be paying taxes?
Should I be paying the same taxes that you're paying?
It's true.
But does that make
it doesn't make any sense? But we live in like weird land here in South Florida.
This is really tricky because a lot of people talk about the church should pay taxes, and immediately
as an atheist, as a violent atheist,
immediately you want to say, yeah, the church should pay taxes because they make so. But then when the church pays taxes, then they start having a political say. Instead of just like a political say that is just sort of like, yeah, you're in the congregation and you're listening. But now all of a sudden the church is paying taxes, so maybe they're starting to demand the rights as well.
They already demand so much, Alex. The separation of church and state, it doesn't freaking exist.
So that's why, like, when we think about the church paying taxes, I think that's why it's important. There's a separation between church and state, and it should stay that way because it's completely, the line is in the sand.
Side piece, look up the event that is the Heels on Wilton.
Yes, it's at 11 a.m. on Sunday.
Okay, so 11 a.m. on Sunday, right? A bunch of people are going to be walking for a mile in heels or full drag. I'm going to be there as well, all right? And it's going to be all supporting our drag queens. We're going to make signs. We're going to do whatever it takes to show people that they are so important to us, and our community is shit without them.
If you bring me a size 13 red bottom, I will wear them and walk
red bottom, like it. I was thinking a size 13 espadrilles.
Espadrilles are very comfortable.
I know. I was looking out for you. I was looking out for you.
You find a size 13, I'm all for it. Let's go.
All right, side piece. What's it called?
The March in Heels.
All right, the March in Heels. Look it up, okay? Wilton Manors is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's 11 a.m., so you have time to put quick drag and head on over.
Quick drag, yes.
Quick drag. Oof. I don't know what quick drag is.
It's like at the beginning of RuPaul.
No, I know what quick drag is, but I can't do quick drag. Like my long drag still looks like quick drag.
They don't look good when they do quick drag.
Does it?
It's really good.
Yeah, it's hard. Finally, Shlomo.
Oh,
God, I love that.
I love that name.
Shlomo the homo. No. Is he a homo? No, oh no, he's not.
No.
Ooh, okay, let me read the story before I go on. I already called him a homo. He's not going to be happy about that. All right. Finally, Shlomo Omar, who was formerly the Sephardic chief rabbi of Israel, made the bizarre claim recently saying the recent earthquakes were the direct result of the rise of rights and freedoms, particularly for same-sex marriage, being given to queer people in the country. In his weekly sermon, Omar used a passage from the Talmud, an ancient Jewish text central to the religion's cultural life, to back his wild claim. The accusation comes after about 50,000 people were killed during the earthquakes that struck Turkey and Syria last month.
Yeah.
Rabbi Amar has a history of homophobic statements. In 2019, it described homosexuality as a cult of abomination. Not the same cult as iPhone, all right? Saying Jewish law meant that LGBTQ plus people should face the death penalty. 3 groups representing LGBTQ plus Jews and the gay religious community responded to the rabbi by issuing a statement calling out his remarks. Rabbi blames queers for earthquakes. What are we all talking about? What do you think about Shlomo?
First of all, I have to say, Sephardic Jews are so fucking hot.
On what show would you hear that? On what show would you hear that aside from the FayWhat show? Okay, But are they the ones? I don't want to be rude, but is that the one with the curl?
No, those are Hasidim. But the Sephardics are Middle Eastern. They tend to be like dark. Oh my God, so beautiful. Anyway, let's put that aside.
Wow. So, now that we're gonna put the hot Jews to the side.
Let's move the hot Jews to the side. Shlomo thinks that you bit the apple from a magic tree, that you molecularly transported yourself to Earth. You had sex with Adam, and then you had sex with your kids because you guys were the only people on Earth, according to the old. So there's incest, and so Shlomo believes all that. So if he wants to believe that gay people are causing earthquakes, I think he's definitely thinking the way he should.
And you're laughing. You're laughing, and I'm just blown away by the fact.
What did it say? 50,000 people. Kids, children dying, everything, infrastructure.
People falling on grandmothers, and it was our fault.
Are we that powerful? Are we so, the gays are so powerful, I'm going to kiss my potential partner, and that's going to cause an earthquake. So what happens when there's a tornado in a Christian center, in Oklahoma, or is it God?
Is that us too?
Is God punishing the Christians for being Christian? I don't know. Why doesn't God ever send a tornado to WeHo?
Right? Where the gays are. You know, I mean, maybe that's why we deal with a lot of hurricanes here in South Florida, because we have so many homeowners down here, you know?
Yeah.
And again, most of those tornadoes happen in a place called Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
And if you're going to live in a place called Tornado Alley, it's your own fault that shit happened.
I don't get it. It just, like, why you blame the gays? You don't blame, like...
And you think that if we had that much power, that's what we would do?
Yeah.
Like, we would get ourselves better clothes, and we would, like, you know, have clothes for our pets. We would do, like, really important things, you know?
We come into the neighborhood, and we raise the real estate price.
Yeah. How dare us?
Everything pretty.
How dare us?
And then they come in, they you know, the heteros come in, and then they buy everything, and like
After we cleaned it up.
And then we're like, you know, but let us cause earthquakes.
Yeah. I live in North Miami. I live in North Miami, and I live kind of in a hoodie area. And I remember when I moved to the block, people were like, it was gay boys helping me move, and people were like, "Yay, the gays have moved in, yay!" And then they figured out it was just two lesbians, and they were like, "Oh."
I don't know if the property values, because the gays raise the property value more than the gays raise the property values more than the lesbians?
Well, the IKEA lesbians do, and we don't know how to fix shit in my house. Like me and my wife can't fix anything. No. Like that's what we have gay boys for.
I don't like to build things. Like just usually.
And you look like you would be great at that IKEA crap.
You want to find somebody who's like good when they say they can build shit. Like, oh, I'll fix that. I'm like, can you put a ceiling fan up? Yes. That's the one for you.
That's the one for you.
The one that can put a ceiling fan up for you.
Yes.
And not electrocute
you. And not electrocute you or burn down the house. That is the guy that you should look for. Single boys, that's what you should do, all right? You get all these little bits of information and advice here on the FayWhat show.
I am a bottomless pit of useless trivia.
Yeah, but you're not a bottom.
Not a
bottom. FayWhat show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 37 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. So, Alex, anything fun that you'll be doing this weekend? I know you're still recuperating from bears in the alley.
I'm recuperating from bears in the alley. I adopted a pit bull. I rescued a pit bull.
Congratulations, Millie.
Miss Millie, and I am going to Spain in April 15th. I'm going to Rome and Spain for the European Porn Awards.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes, it's Euro.
Are you gonna like film a lot of content while you're there? I mean, of course. I mean, you know.
Yes.
Hot guys.
We'll get it.
Camera, iPhone.
All iPhone with a ring light.
With a ring light.
See, this is all you need a ring light with an iPhone. Then you airdrop it to all of the cast members that are there in 30 seconds. I'm telling you, like it's gonna change your life.
He is constantly. He's gonna talk me into that. Like he just keeps on saying it. One day I'm gonna go, oh my god, I love iPhone. I'm not there yet, bitches.
She's not ready for a devil's.
I'm not there yet.
You're not ready for a devil's three-way yet.
I've had plenty of devil's three-ways, just to let you know. And they were heavenly.
What?
They were heavenly. This fucking guy. I love it. I gotta thank Alex for getting up early for the FayWhat show. And remember, follow his adult Twitter at @Alex_Ticas and make sure to show him some love and subscribe to his OnlyFans, baby.
Thank you.
There's just some things that OnlyFans will answer all the questions you have about Alex.
Everything shall be revealed.
All right? I mean, everything will be revealed on OnlyFans. Thank you for joining me, Alex. We will see you in a couple of weeks. I love you.
I love you. I need a nap.
I really enjoy it. Why do boys always say that after being in bed with me, that they need a nap?
I need a nap. Anyway, I love you. Thank you. I love that you keep inviting me. Thank you so much.
No,
it's so much fun.
I'm going to keep you.
I'm being kept, finally.
I'm being kept.
Finally.
And by a lesbian.
Wow.
You got to be careful what you ask the universe. You have to be very detailed.
You say, I want to be kept. And the universe says, okay.
I got you. I have a lesbian. Ex-alcoholic, a little crazy. Don't worry. She'll keep you. You have to be more detailed.
I'll take it.
All right. We love you, Alex.
Thank you.
Did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral? Yes, we're at a church. The world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale. We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m.
Hi, I'm Chris Caputo, City Commissioner with Wilton Manors, and Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
Here at the FayWhat Show, we love to introduce you to interesting people that are so important to our LGBTQ plus community. And today is no different. Here's my girl, Velvet Lenore. What's up? So you know what? We're celebrating Women's History Month on the FayWhat Show. We should be celebrating that all the time. Guess what? I will be celebrating that all the time. But anyway, this morning I am joined by Velvet Lenore. She is a goddess and she's an awesome friend. She's here to talk to us about the Sunsurf Gala, Palm Beach Pride, and a whole lot more. So Velvet is just an incredible performer, dancer, choreographer, makeup artist, blah, 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 blah. I can go on and on and on and on. She has built a strong reputation as a female impersonator and is known as the Queen of the Palm Beaches. Compass and Palm Beach County awarded Velvet the Marsha P. Johnson Award, and she was also invited to go on Good Morning America to kick off Pride Month last year. That was incredible. You can watch her perform in South Florida at leading destinations such as Lips. You know you've been to Lips. We've all been to Lips, all right? You can always count on Lips. It's like, okay, what to do tonight? Oh, I don't see anything going on in the Facebook feed. Wait, Lips is on. We're good. We'll have a party there, right? She is passionate about her family and her love for the LGBTQ plus community. It really does show through and through. I personally love her. All right, so you, welcome to the show, Miss Velvet Lenore. See, I don't have a studio audience here, bitch, so this is how I gotta do it. So we gotta make our own, right? Ah! Velvet, thank you for getting in bed with me, Mama. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy that
finally I'm here in bed with FayWhat. What?
And we're color-coded and everything. Do you love it? I know you love it. Velvet, before we begin this interview, I got to tell you how appreciative I am of you, okay? Just as a fellow woman in the community, you know, like I came back into this community about 3 years ago, and you're one of those people that were like, open arms. What you want to do? All right, let's go. You know, and not everybody's like that, you know, and so from the bottom of my heart, I got to say thank you. Because it's not just for me. Like, you do that for everybody. You're just like, I mean, no, if you're a dick, then you don't. No, I know. You also got your standards where it's like, leave that shit at the door. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know it. You know it. You know, you're talented and you've worked your ass off. This is not something that happened overnight. You know, no. We were talking about before the show about how you've been doing prides for, can I say it?
Yeah.
30 years.
This will be the 31st one.
Wow, girl. Like, what a long career. I mean, and like, so you're always working your ass off. You always have full weekends, right? Like, do you, like, you continue to evolve. Like, you ain't tired, bitch?
No. I will sleep when I'm dead.
Oh, right. You know, and I say that too. It's like, people are always like, oh my God, I get exhausted just by watching your Facebook feed. But like, I think that too. It's like, I have FOMO like to the fullest, you know?
I love it.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh my God, happy birthday. And you know, I saw all your events that you were celebrating everywhere and so many people wanted to celebrate with you and wow.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Have you always been like this?
Yes.
Velvet? You've always been dedicated like this? You know, you wake up early. We were talking about this before the show. Like, I'm not a morning person. I'm sorry, boo-boo. Like, I need a big carafe of coffee before doing anything in the morning. And you're like, I'm up at 7.
I'm up. I gotta get up.
Watching the Facebook.
Get things going.
And you've always been like that?
Always been like that.
Do you think that do you attribute that to your success?
Yeah, my grandmother raised me like that. She would make us, even on Saturdays, make us get up in the morning at 6 o'clock and have us doing stuff. So it just kind of like branded in me.
Embedded.
Like, get up, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And you're so family oriented. Like you're so, you know, as long as I've known you, you know. So was that how your upbringing was? Like you were saying, like your grandma had you guys up early and, you know, was that something that was very powerful and very strong growing?
I just believe it's just so much stuff going in the world that my grandmother raised me just to love everybody because you never know when somebody needs to be told that they are loved or need a helping hand or whatever. And I just feel like I get so much from the community. I feel like I gotta always give back because you gotta receive to give and you gotta give to receive.
But those are things that most people don't have. Like they have to learn that. Like I learned that in AA, right? In AA, it's like, okay, we open up your arms to a newcomer. We'll help you get through this. But when you're feeling good, you open your arms to somebody else and you help them get better. And that's kind of how your philosophy.
Yeah, when I was coming out, you know, trying to be me, I didn't have anybody to help me. So that just made me want to just help people.
Yeah.
Because you never know who needs a helping hand, and helping somebody, it's a big thing these days because everybody needs love.
Yeah.
And that's what I pride my family on. We're many hearts, one family with a lot of love. And that's my brand of my name.
I love that. And you know, one of your kids of the Lenore family is now in college and was trying to be a lawyer or something.
Yes, Tommy is.
What the hell? And he is like the cutest. And I don't mean to like make him like he's a child. He's not, you know.
Not
but
anymore.
I mean,
He's driving now.
Oh my! You know, you're
Get off the road.
Yeah, get off the road. He's driving, but he's also going to college to be a lawyer. You know, and as much trouble as a lot of us get into in our community, we need his help. We're gonna need his help in the future. You know, oh, that's just a beautiful thing. I mean, and that's why you're like, okay, when you see that Velvet Lenore is gonna perform, you know it's gonna be a performance. No tea, no shade to the other queens, but when it's Velvet, you know that you're gonna dance, that you're gonna be like, oh, your pheromones are gonna go up, and you're gonna be like, wow, I'm gonna be entertained.
I believe in leaving my heart on the stage every time I go out there. No matter if it's 5 people in the audience or 500 people, I think everybody deserves the same amount of energy from you.
Yes.
Because some people like to hold back. I don't like to hold back.
Yeah.
Because you never know when those days are going to end either. So always give it your all in life.
How do you plan for the future? Like you said, you don't know when that's going to end, but you've been doing it for 30 years, Velvet. Like, you know, you're a true testament to being able to do this incredible career for a long time if you've got the chops, the patience, you know, and you don't
Patience. Say that again. Because some of the people you have to deal with, patience.
Oh man, but you know, I mean, come on, we've all got our issues in our community. A lot of us have been, you know, marginalized since freaking birth. A lot of us have not been told we are loved and that we are beautiful and that we are enough, you know, and then we want to be a drag queen and we want to be an entertainer, and not everybody is all love, love, love.
That's why I started my once a year now. I'm doing a drag star search at the pub.
I love that.
And I get it's only for the upcomers. They have to be doing drag under 3 years. And I had my first one, and Mindy, which is now my new daughter, Mindy Lenore, she won. And now I'm mentoring her on how to, you know, do things right. She got things going on in her life. I'm like, girl, just call mama, I'm here. You know, let's do it together. You know?
I love that. Yeah, because it's just like we all got shit going on, you know, and it's so much different when you're able to talk to somebody and you feel not alone. Right? And you know
it does make a difference.
Right?
It really does make a difference.
Because in our mind, we make up this story that nobody else can go through the crap that we go through. You know, woe is me. If you were gay and brown or black, right? Then you would be effed up too. And, you know, I mean, life's not easy.
It's not. I know I didn't have it easy in high school.
Yeah.
But I always believed in being myself. You know, I didn't care what people thought, but it did bring a lot of like trauma to me as well.
Did it?
And
you still post pictures of you as a child.
Yeah.
And does that trigger you at that time?
I like it helps me remind me where I came from and where I'm going, because when I first came out and I started doing shows, I was not a nice person.
Okay.
And I had
you
to
can
learn.
legitimately say that.
Yeah, I had to learn how, because I was just so angry because I always felt attacked. But now I learned, you know what? People that have issues, let it be their issue. Because you only get one life. You got to live it the way you want to.
Oh, yeah.
You can't let people interrupt that.
Yeah, you can't live for other people. And like in this day with social media and all that, people like get depressed and sad by not getting enough likes.
And my grandma said, when people stop talking, that's when you should worry.
And that's true, especially with the dramatic people in our community. When they stop talking shit, that's when you know they're conniving to kill your ass. You might want to be careful. When did you, growing up, when did you figure out that you were a woman and you were just born in the wrong body?
Honestly, since I was like 5 or 6.
That young.
But at the same sense, I grew up in the, 80s. I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know gay people when I was growing up. I didn't know
Where did you grow up, Velvet?
I grew up in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's like Trump country.
It was way up there. And it just, I didn't know anybody, but I would go in my grandmother's closet and hide and play in her clothes, and she would catch me, like, "What are you doing?"
You'd be wearing her heels.
Yeah, she would open the closet, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
You see Velvet doing death drops at 7. Bah! Right. What? Now with your experience and with your time, you got more money for looks. Yeah. You know, it wasn't always that way, right? Do you have like a look that like stands out in your mind as like, man, I put that shit together with some Elmer's glue and like, and I can't believe I got away with wearing that on stage?
Well, I always call Erica Norell, and she put the glue it together for me. She can pull
She's
some
the
costumes
one.
out for me, honey.
She's the one.
I call her and say, sister, I need this costume. And she so fast. She throw it together. It might not be all together, but she get it together. I take it back to her and she finishes it.
Oh my God.
But she gets me through a lot. She has helped me a lot because I remember the days of hot gluing stuff together and it falls apart when I come off stage. But it's okay.
No, but it's okay now.
Okay. It worked out.
Oh, and Erica Norell, if you guys don't know who Erica Norell is, you've been under a rock. That bitch has won every title.
Everything.
And it's hard to say that next to this queen that has won a ton of titles that we'll get to in a little bit. But Erica is just, she's just one of those people that if she goes, I got you, I'll put a look together, you know?
She's so creative with it.
And she's so creative, and she doesn't have to give it too much mind.
No.
That's why you want to kill her. You know what I
hate it.
mean? Like, it's like, we hate you, Erica.
I learned to say, girl, this is what I got in mind. You create it. And she does.
And you just got to chase her down and get the garment. But you'll make it happen.
Yeah.
See, I know, right? You know? Man, like, I didn't know that Erica even knew my name. And like a couple of years ago, she was like, oh, FayWhat? That's my sis daughter. I was like, what? What? I'll be a Norell bitch real quick. FayWhat Norell, you know?
Right?
Shit. Drag queens. Their drag queens are being under fire. They're under fire. DeSantis wants to freaking just do away with you folks. Like, what do you even say to that, Velvet?
I say that all the people that come out and tell us how much they love us and want to take pictures with us and want to hang out with us, speak up. Yeah. Speak up, because we can't just do it by ourselves. We need everybody to speak up, because just like you say, every day y'all give us hugs and tell how much you love us, how much you enjoy us. Take that joy and speak up.
And then they go home and they not talk about it. But then they'll tell their friends, oh my God, I went to Lips and it was a great show and blah, blah, blah. And those girls are phenomenal. Post about it. Talk about it. You know, especially to white male guys, okay? Talk to them and let them know. Because, God, you know, I remember being a kid and going to like a Hooters and going, this ain't right. Right? Like, these girls are half naked and there's these old men here. This ain't right, you know? And nobody seems to see any problem with that.
At all, and it's just bad. But all this stuff that's on TV is just not anything against, you know, entertainers and rappers, but some of the things they say in these songs these days. It's like, even me, I mean, I'm getting old, so I'm like, oh my God, turn this song off. That's what they're saying. But drag queens are educational. We teach love. We teach them how to be themselves. We help. We make them smile. I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, and there's never been a drag queen that I've seen that has never, you don't walk away with less when you see a drag queen. Like, there's just something about the entertainment value and the craft that you walk away going, wow, I was entertained, but I feel good about myself too. You know, you exude that love that you're always talking about. Velvet, when I think of Lips, when I think of the pub, when I think of Palm Beach Pride, I think of you. You know, like you've become such a kick-ass marketing and branding guru. Like, you know, you're posting, you're always on it. Do you do that yourself?
Yeah.
Girl, for real? Yeah. I was expecting for you to say, no, I got one of the kids to do it. That's why I got millennials as children.
I actually enjoy learning how to do stuff because, you know, just like I said, I'm getting old. I'm trying to learn how to do all this TikTok stuff and all this stuff. So I'm teaching myself, but they teach me. Like, come here, help me with this thing.
How do you do this? Yeah. Well, no, but you're killing it, though. You are. I mean, that's not easy.
I want to do more, though, because, you know, social media is so big right now.
Yeah. So we've got well, you had your birthday. We just missed your birthday. And now this week is another super busy ass week for you. We've got the Sunsurf Gala this Friday.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited.
And then we've got Palm Beach Pride on Saturday and Sunday. 2 incredible events that you are at the forefront for. So Sunsurf Gala is going to be at the venue. And it was the gala of the year last year, if you folks missed it. You know, it's an incredible cause, and of course, not because Tony Lima is the executive director, and you know I freaking love that boy.
We love him.
We love him. We love him. He would go really great right in between us right now, but not in that way. That's gross. But you know, okay, let's talk about Sunsurf's mission. So Sunsurf's mission is recognizing that the entire LGBTQ+ community has the right to quality care, and their mission is to provide critical life assistance and professional mental health services with an emphasis on economically disadvantaged, marginalized youth, adults, and seniors in the greater South Florida area. Don't get no better than that. Don't. And the gala sold out like in days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm excited. I'm even bringing 2 dancers with me. So I want to make my performance a little, you know, special.
But your performance is always special. Like, I've never, okay.
You know, everybody always say, I'm always over the top. I'm always over the top.
But that's good, right? Like, okay, when people are like, oh, you're so extra. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Especially now, because, you know, I just turned 51. And it's like, all these young girls come out with these death drops and these flips and stuff. I gotta find some way to keep myself up there too.
No,
so that's when I bring out the dancing.
And yeah,
because I'm not a trickster, I'm a dancer.
You are a dancer, yeah. But I mean, and your reveals, and you know, and I was one of those people that I would watch Velvet because again, this girl throws it down. All right, she is dancing and everything. It's not like the Mariah Carey one arm shit. No, like she is dancing. So I would just
Mariah Carey one arm.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? With the dancers doing everything, and then she go. Right? No, that's not that kind of party. And so when I first met Velvet, like I would just sit there and just wait for a costume malfunction, right? Like I would just be waiting for a titty to flop out or something. And I don't know how she does it, but it would never happen. This one time, right? I think it might have been the Compass Gala. The shirt came down and I was like, yes, finally, a reveal of the boobie. She had a pasty on. There was no reveal. It didn't happen. Like you think this through, bitch. Like you know, just in case.
I wasn't trusting that costume. I'm like,
you know exactly what I'm talking about then.
The Stonewall Ball.
Yes. Oh my God. And I was like, there's the boob. There's the pasty. Damn it.
I planned for it because I forgot my spray adhesive. So I said, let me put this on with the sticky tape because I'm like, something's going to happen. And it did.
Oh my God. No, but it was wonderful. So the
At my Janet moment.
Right? Where was Justin when we needed him?
Right.
So the Sunserve Gala, and then they're going to have the Ultra Nate perform at the after party, right? And I remember I used to be like a huge fan
of
her. Ultra Nate. Oh my God.
Doing her songs.
Did you?
Yes.
So, what's the song? Free. Everybody's free, right? That's, ooh, girl, you heard me sing? That was awful. That was awesome.
That's why I let you do it, because, honey. They'll start watching the show if I start singing.
And the other song, If You Could Read My Mind.
If You Could Read My Mind.
I love that
That's
song.
the biggest one to me.
I love that song. Oh, God, and I can't wait to see that. And that's going to be awesome. And you know that when it comes to Tony Lima and Sunserve, they only get the best entertainment when it comes to their events. So it was like before, I was like, oh, so who's going to perform? Oh, of course, Velvet. I'll figure out the rest later. That literally was Tony's reply. I was like, okay, I got you, you know? So can you give us like what are you wearing? Like a sneak peek into something?
Well,
I know you're going to have dancers. You're saying it's going to be over the top, but that's you.
Well, Tony wanted me to do Donna Summer's MacArthur Park. So I kind of put a twist to it and had a special costume made and had the dancer's costume made. So you got to come see.
Ooh, I love it. Do you ever wear the same costume twice?
No.
But those things are expensive, honey.
At Lips I do, because, you know, it depends on what song I'm doing. I wear the same costume, but I try.
Because sometimes the costume will go with the song.
Yeah. Sometimes I try not to, but.
Girl, but that's a lot of money.
But when you do like Pride and like the Sunsurf Gala and everything, I try to always get something new and fresh.
Got it. Yeah, because you know there's going to be a lot of pictures, there's going to be a lot of postings.
And I was about to say, she wore that last week. No, she didn't.
No, and you know somebody will say that. And you know, like half of me, like I scold myself, like I'm embarrassed. I'm like, I could wear this dress again. I only wore it for a short period of time. I'm like, I'll take that off before somebody. And our community's shady. They'll be like, you wore that. And you probably wore it for 3 hours. And you probably didn't even sweat and it don't even matter.
Like I wore this jean outfit, it was just so cute. So I wore it on that Wednesday, the one that Saturday. I was like, you had that on Wednesday? I'm like, really?
Oh, and then the next time you try to think of wearing something twice, you're not because of that dude that said that.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to Johnson's no more with that outfit on.
So do you pass down your outfits to somebody else? Velvet, like there's just no way that you can't double up on these outfits.
A lot of them are still hanging in my closet, but a lot of them I passed down to like Rihanna and my daughter, Paris.
I love
they get a lot of my stuff.
I love that.
And sometimes I sell the stuff too.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
I'll sell it and
get some new stuff. How big is your freaking closet? Like, did your husband build you a container?
He built me a closet in my one-car garage. We got two garages. They're separate. So the one-car garage, he built racks and everything, and it's like run around. So shoes on that wall, rack down the middle. Your husband. And half of the stuff I see, I'm like, I forgot I got this.
So it's kind of brand new if you haven't seen it in 6 months, you know? So let's keep on talking about this weekend. So this Saturday and Sunday is also Palm Beach Pride, right? And I'm so excited. You know, it's my first one.
Really?
Yes, I've never been.
It's so much fun. So Saturday is when we have all the local entertainers, like all the local entertainers from Port St. Lucie and Palm Beach area. We have a lot of local entertainers. And then that Sunday is when we have the big parade. And then that's when we do the Lenore show.
Nice.
And this year I'm calling it Lenore Pride Family Show.
I love it.
Because it's going to be only all my kids, and we do a 1-hour show.
I love it.
It's a lot of fun.
So we'll expect to see Damien. You folks remember Damien, right? Damien started the FayWhat show with me, and we love him here. And so you're going to have all your kids there.
Yep.
Is Rihanna going to be there as well?
It's Rihanna, Damien, Phoenix, J. Lord, Minnie Lenore, Tommy. So many of them.
Oh my God, no, but that's a beautiful thing. And it's
And we doing productions, and they doing their solo things too.
Oh.
Because usually I do like 8 productions, but I'm like, ugh.
And you're hosting the stage,
Yeah.
are you, right? On both days?
Both days. And working at Lips.
What? You sure you're not on some Adderall or some fun stuff?
I'm on this vitamin called Alive. It works.
It's working, bitch, all right? So keep on doing it. I got to send a lot of love to Julie Seaver.
Yeah.
She is just a beautiful person.
Amazing.
Incredible person. That team up there at Compass. Michael, I love her also. Like, just a great crew over there. I was a judge for
Miss Palm Beach Pride.
For Miss Palm Beach Pride, and where Vasti won, Vasti Love, and she was incredible. She blew it away. I can't wait to see her, put that crown on.
She's doing such a great job too. She's doing such a great job.
Well,
I follow her social media.
Okay, and what do you mean? So you're happy? You're good with
I'm
what
good
she's doing?
I'm good with what she's doing.
And were you the first?
Yes, I was the first in 2016.
Wow. Wow. So did you take Vasti aside and go, look, did you give her some advice, or you were just like, I bet you're on your own?
No, I always, all the girls, I try to get them all equal love. I just say, if they need anything, they need my help with anything, whatever they need, talk to me. I do my best to help. I always donate money to them, because I know what it's like to try to do a pageant and don't have no money.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, it's just
and the
not
community is
easy.
always behind me. When I won Miss Florida, the community treated me really well, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things where you will always be a Miss Florida, and our community always looks at you as such, So we're going to have a great weekend at Pride. Did you get any pushback? Because I know that they were trying to not have the alcohol or the drag queens or, one or the other or some bullshit like that.
We're going to poke the bear. We're going to do what we want to do. They're not going to tell us what we're going to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that?
We're going to poke the bear.
Okay. You'll have to get there.
What is Pride without drag queens?
No, it's not Pride. We can't have a Pride or an event without drag queens. That's it. That's, drag queens are the forefront of our community. They were the first ones to throw the brick. There is no community without drag queens. That's it, plain and simple, and just when I saw that, and I think it was Julie who did an interview with my friend John Hayden over at SFGN, and she said, look, it's happening no matter what. That's all I gotta say. I paraphrase, and it's like, nothing's gonna stop us, and that's it, Oh, I can't wait. So
it's supposed to be a free country, but they're trying to tell us how to live.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Mind you, nobody can find fair rent. Insurance has skyrocketed, and
my God.
we had more mass shootings in the first couple of months of this year
That's
than
what they need to focus
all
on.
last year. Drag queens don't kill kids. Guns kill kids.
Pride is the only way kids can actually have to be free to be who they want to be once a year at Pride and just be free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
And enjoy the drag queens so they can't come to the shows. So that's their time.
It's true.
Why are they trying to take that from them?
I know people that's their journey, that they can't be out at home, they can't be out at school, even less now. And for Pride, they get to be who they are authentically for a day, for 2 days. And don't care. And you're trying to take that away from them also. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Can I get personal with you a little bit? Can we talk about your body?
Yeah.
So I feel blessed that we have been friends now for a couple of years, and your body has gone. I know by some Kardashian rumors that they were on some semaglutide, which is all that shit that they're injecting into their stomachs to lose weight.
Oh.
Did you do any of that?
Nope.
For real?
Nope.
So how did you get
I went to a nutritionist, and she basically taught me how to eat. I had no sugar. I couldn't drink for 2 months. That was hard.
Wow.
Because when you're on the microphone, you're dealing with stuff, you need a little,
of course,
a little encouragement.
Girl.
I call it my holy water.
Sometimes you need to throw that shit on people
holy
too.
Water. It just took me out bread and sugar, and she gave me a plan on how to eat and stuff like that, and it worked. And I was going to get where they put the machine, the laser lights on you, and that helped a lot too. I was doing that once a week. And I did a 7-day detox is how it started, and I lost 14 pounds just from that.
Wow. But how was it? How hard was it to not eat for 14 days? The first couple of days were hell.
Yeah. But after I got into the routine of taking the vitamins and the pills they were giving me and eating the stuff they wanted me to eat, the stuff I don't eat. But now I do. It's like, it's easy for me now.
Wow, easy. Like that's harder to like even conceptualize.
Yeah, coming
like
from being
no
a cake
sugar,
person, yeah.
And you like sweets. You were into sweets, and now it's just. Does it call you?
No, because I found candy that like they got Lifesavers that's sugar free and Jolly Ranchers that's sugar free, and it still tastes like sugar in them. So
Okay.
if I get a little.
Do you have a goal? Like, are you gonna keep on?
I want to lose 20 more pounds.
What?
Honest, yeah.
But where? In your titties? Like, where are you gonna lose those 20 pounds? I mean, again, her waist has gone like this, okay? Like, you've gotta see her on stage. Like, you know, some people have that wrap that's completely wrapped around their waist. She does it. Like, it's her. Like, and it's got. So 20 pounds.
I want to lose 20 more pounds. And, you know, celebrating my birthday and everything, I said I want to be breast wishes.
Okay.
Because I want people to donate money to me.
Oh my God, no, I love that. I love that. Okay, so is that a thing? Like, are you gonna like?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna promote it big because, you know, everybody else asks for stuff. So I'm like, you know what, I never asked for anything. I want to get my breast done. I already set the date for June 19th.
Okay.
And I think
that's when you're gonna get it done, or when you want to have the money by?
I'm getting it done on June 19th.
So you're gonna get new titties for Pride Week, for Pride Month. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. And that shit ain't cheap.
They got to be reduced. Yeah. Because the more weight I lose, I just still feel top heavy, you know?
Yeah. And it makes you look bigger than you are. So you've lost all this weight here, but then your boobs make you look bigger. Okay, well, I'll definitely donate to that fund. You know, like when they take it out, do you get to keep some of it or anything like that?
Oh, no.
You're like, take that away. I don't want that. Oh, my God.
Give it to somebody that need it.
You know, some of your kids are like, give me that titty. Give me that titty.
Take it.
How did you meet your husband?
I actually met my husband at Cashmere. It was a nightclub in West Palm, going on 17 years ago, because we've been together 17 years, August. And he kept coming with his lesbian friends. And one Friday I was on the microphone, I'm like, you're going to be my husband before you leave here.
Shut up.
I was just kidding around, and we hung out as friends for like a couple of weeks, and then next thing you know, it's 17 years later.
Shut up. So, wow. Okay, so he already knew you. He got into your world when you were already halfway into your career.
I kept seeing him everywhere. I'm like, who is this cute guy? I'm like, I need to know him. And I got the opportunity. I pointed right at him because, you know, I'm very bold. I'm like, you're going to be my husband before you leave here today.
Oh, my God. I love that.
And I say, don't be trying to leave either because I will run you down at your car.
I know when you're driving, all right? Don't get it twisted. Does he come to your events?
He comes to my events when he can. If I tell him he has to come, he'll come.
Okay.
But you know, he's so focused on his career, and I want him to stay focused on his career.
I love that. May I ask what he does?
He's now a worldwide photographer that travels all over the world.
Beautiful.
But he started a couple of years ago remodeling people's houses, so he's gotten big in that too. So between the two, he's just constantly on the go.
I love that. And that's like what a power couple is all about. You know, like when I got married and I would look at people's vows. You know, they're my best friend. They complete me, you know? And I'd be like, man, that's not really how I feel. This woman does not complete me. I love her. She's not my best friend. My best friend is Michelle and Liza. Those are the people I call when some shit goes down, you know? When I got to talk about her, I'm not talking to her about her, you know? And it's like, she keeps on wanting to get another degree and keep on going back to school. And it's like, this is beautiful. Yeah. Together, you come together and make an awesome power couple, you know? And that is what it's all about.
And that does make a powerful couple because I look at it like this, like sometimes when we go out to dinner, he'll pay, I pay, sometimes we split the bill, you know, but we always, when we need the stuff done to the house or something's going on, we split the bill, we keep everything equal. So therefore, there's no, I'm doing all the work or you doing all the work. No, we do everything equally and everybody's happy.
Are you married?
We've been married for 8 years.
Did you have a big wedding?
No. We bought a house instead.
Smart. See, that's what happens with
we kind of went to the court and did it secretly.
No, I love that.
We didn't want all that big old stuff, and then we say, you know what? Let's just buy a house. Because he know I wanted a big wedding, but I'm like, you know what? Buying a house is more important because I'm tired of renting.
I got you. Yeah, and listen, and you did it at the right time too. I mean, think about it. You know, my wedding was $20,000. Like that would have been a nice down payment for a house, and like. I hardly remember the wedding. You know what I mean? Damn. When we were doing when Vasti Love won, right? You had mentioned that you were going to do a docuseries for.
I'm actually shooting that on
Netflix.
We're shooting that on my birthday, March 18th.
Okay.
And it's been shot as we call it The Struggles of Me.
Okay.
That's what it's going to be called.
All right. And so when will that be finished? When do you think?
We shoot it on the 18th, and I guess I get the rest of the information then because they really haven't gave me like when it's going to come out and blah, blah, blah. All I know is we're shooting it on March 18th.
And, wow. And how do you feel about that? Was it like balls to the wall, like whatever you can say? Like,
yeah, I'm excited because it's going to be based on what I went through in life. And when I went through my transition and talk about me and teach other people, you know, this is what I went through. These are the things you can do not to go through these situations.
Yeah.
So my daughter Paris also is going to be on there as well.
I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that. That's just going to be so incredible. So Miss Florida FI at large, right? Also, you won. Miss Cashmere, Miss Illusion, Miss Fort Lauderdale, Entertainer of the Year, Miss Hollywood, Miss Stonewall, Miss Noche Latina. I can go on. Miss Palm Beach Pride. So. Miss FayWhat show.
Right? Now everybody come go.
I love it, girl. Oh my God, you need all that. There it is. Now you can tell everybody that you also won Miss FayWhat.
And I'm the first.
I gotta make sure I put those pins in because you know that's how it usually goes.
No, I put it on that ponytail, honey. You know, these lace fronts are very fidgety.
Oh, so funny. And it looks beautiful on you. I love it. Okay, now that you won Miss FayWhat, are you going to compete anytime soon? I mean, you've won everything. It's nice that you give some people a chance to get to win.
I want to go back and win Miss Florida, Miss Florida, and I want to do Miss Continental 1 year.
Okay, 1 year. Like coming up this year, or you're not there yet? Or
I think this year I want to go watch and fill it out and then make my move.
Bitches. Listen, I don't know about you, okay? But if I was signing up for this and I saw Velvet Lenore's name, I would just quietly turn around and get the fuck out. But that's just me.
If I'm going all the way to Chicago, honey, I ain't going to play.
Oh, and you ain't coming back without that crown. And it's going to be way bigger than the FayWhat crown. But we're on a limited budget right now. Maybe the FayWhat crown will grow bigger when you know, in the future. So, Velvet, here at the FayWhat show, we play a game called Say What with FayWhat, right? And it's basically how our viewers get to learn more about Velvet, all right? Okay. So I will tell you two things quickly, and you pick one of the two things, all right? Okay. Like black or white. Pick one.
Black.
Okay, like that. All right? You ready? You ready?
Yep.
All right. Beach or pool?
Pool.
Drag Race or We Are Here?
We Are Here.
Lady Gaga or Beyonce?
Oh, Beyonce.
You gotta think about that. Yeah. Rihanna or Dua Lipa?
Rihanna.
Pasta or rice? Being that you don't eat anymore.
Cauliflower rice.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Sunrise or sunsets?
Sunsets.
Christmas or Halloween?
Ooh, Halloween.
The Kardashians or Jersey Shore?
Neither.
Cash or cash apps?
Cash.
Okay, I'll go on to the next one in a second. You know that the last time you performed, I ran out of money, right? So I sent you a cash app and you declined it.
I did?
You did, bitch. My feelings were kind of hurt. Like, who declines your cash app? And, you know, and Scott.
I probably was drunk and hit the wrong damn button. That's what happened.
And, you know, Scott was sitting next to me as we were judging, and he's like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm sending Velvet a cash app because I ran out of money, and he's making fun of me, and then you declined my shit.
I did not.
I'm going to show you. Anyway, okay.
I hit the wrong button.
Girl, $7 is $7, all right, girl?
You can't even, that was a McDonald's meal that I can't have no more.
Right? Exactly. That was like the Cardi B meal. Tacos or wings?
Wings.
Shopping in-store or online?
Store.
Shower or bath?
Shower.
Heels or boots?
Heels.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Ice cream on a cone or in a dish?
Dish.
Board games or card games?
Card games.
Video games or books?
Books.
Car or truck?
Truck.
Velvet, what's your guilty pleasure? What do you watch at home that maybe is just so silly, but you don't give a shit, and you watch it and you love it?
I watch a lot of silly stuff.
That's great. Sometimes we need to escape on some silly shit.
I like watching reality shows. I watch a lot of homemaking shows, like remodeling homes and stuff.
Like HGTV and stuff like that. Make sure to follow Velvet Lenore on all social media, and make sure that you see her at the Sun Serve Gala and the after party and Palm Beach Pride. It's this Friday, it's this Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be all over all of that, so make sure that you join Velvet Lenore and myself. Also, the Pub and Lips on the regular.
Speaking of lips, we're getting ready to start a Saturday brunch now.
Oh my God, how
April
awesome.
22nd.
Yes! All right, so there it is. So next month there's also going to be a Saturday brunch. You can't get enough of Lips, okay? I mean, Lips is just one of those establishments that you know you're going to have good food, great ass entertainment. The servers are fantastic, and it's just a lot of fun. All right, Velvet Lenore, I love you. Now, real quick, I just want to, I want people to remember that SunServe, right? So the after party, SunServe. They offer house case management. They offer mental health counseling. They offer youth services. They offer senior help. They offer transgender services, substance use disorder, also women's services, all at SunServe. And make sure that you check that out at sunserve.org. And I can't let you go without talking about Compass in the Palm Beaches. Compass is just incredible. They are there to just enrich the lives of LGBTQ plus people and those impacted by HIV and AIDS. And you can check them out at compassglcc.com. All right, either of those organizations are fantastic. Velvet believes in them and loves them. And look, just because you look all cute at the club and then you're at home crying in your Cheerios, you might want to take advantage of some of these things that these organizations offer, right?
SunServe helped me transition, and Compass helped me get off the streets when I was on the streets.
Wow, so then that's another reason why you love them and you hold them so close to your heart, right? We love you, Velvet Lenore. Will you come back and be in with us
anytime,
again? Okay, I have so much more stuff to talk to you about, like seriously, the nitty gritty shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, all right?
Get all the tea in the gossip.
All the tea in the gossip. What queens do you love to work with?
I love to work with all of them. I try to love everybody, but my favorites to work with, to be honest, is like Nicolette, Nicole T. Phillips, Erica Norell, the list can go on. Rihanna Patron, Melissa St. John. I love them all, but I enjoy watching Nikki Adams, Tiffany, and Electra because they just so amazing to watch.
Yes.
Still to this day,
they bring it.
And I love the old school about it.
Yes. I mean, when you look at Tiffany, just like her, like she's got this aura about her. Right? Like she don't have to even perform. Like it's just her walking into a room, you're like, you feel it. You feel the history of drag, the love of drag, the effort and time that she put in all those years. Like you just feel it when she comes anywhere, Wow.
Will drag all be gone.
Wow. Will drag all be gone.
She was one because Tiffany, I think Tiffany was one of the first Miss Floridas.
I think so too.
Like the first, I think 3. Yeah.
And she's at SunServe also, speaking of. Wow. Okay, like I said, I could talk to Velvet forever. Velvet Lenore, the queen of everything, and now the reigning 2023 Miss FayWhat show. Woohoo! Woohoo! Make sure you follow her on all social media outlets. She's always doing something fun. There's always a great place that you can go see her perform at. Velvet, thank you for being on the FayWhat.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I love you so much.
Me too.
We'll be right back. Finally this morning, I want to get our week started by telling you some things that are really important to me. We call it Faye, what's on my mind? So, 4 things that God-fearing queers can do for Lent when they're all grown up like me. So Lent functioned more as a cultural ritual or a chance to set a personal challenge, like giving up soda or Facebook when I was a kid, right? It was more of that than a spiritual time. And this is likely because my family didn't really do much for Lent, right? So I followed the lead of my Catholic friends and tried to figure out what the big deal was with Lent, right? So for those who don't know, Lent marks the 40 days leading up to Easter. It is very prominent in Catholic traditions. Over the last couple of decades, it has started to make its way back into mainline churches. Christians are advised to fast, pray, and self-reflect during this time. Anyway, I guess it makes sense that Lent always sneaks up on me because I never really knew why I should care about it, really. I never thought that churches were real. Okay, I read on all the signs on all the churches, all are welcomed, but I knew that meant everyone except LGBTQ+, But the people around me didn't seem to care. Even though I've gone to Ash Wednesday services when I remembered or saw someone with their dirt on their forehead on the subway, I didn't think at all about Lent until it was happening, until it was already here. Although giving up sugar or soda is a great goal, it doesn't have anything to do with faithful reflection, really. It just is something that is going to do your health better by not having it. I thank God for Unity on the Bay, for teaching me the importance of reflection, but it is very hard to be a queer person in the world right now. And it's also an especially hard time to be a queer person in a church, even a welcoming one. So I made a list of 4 things that I could do during Lent and that you could do during Lent as well that would make the 40-day period meaningful and prepare me to celebrate the resurrection and all that represents, okay? And I'm sharing it with y'all because regardless of your faith or lack thereof, it's important to be intentional now. And then about the ways we engage with our brains and the world. So you don't have to be religious. And I know that we're halfway through Lent anyway, but you can start whenever you're ready. That's the beauty of being gay. We're fabulous and we can do what we want, right? So, number 1, give yourself time. It's been a few weeks since Ash Wednesday and I decided that was okay, all right? Like I told you, I'm one of my own harshest critics and nothing makes my anxiety spiral faster than believing I have allowed my imperfections to show, especially to you all. But I am committing to patience this season. I promise myself that I will pause longer, consider my choices more thoughtfully, and forgive myself when I can't move as quickly as I should or when I F up. We all mess up. In a cultural and political moment where everything seems urgent and impossible, we have to find ways to check in with ourselves and give ourselves grace and a pass for the fact that we cannot save the world alone. Number 2, read a lot of poetry and a little bit of scripture if you're not super freaked out about it, okay? I don't do either of these things hardly at all because they scare the hell out of me. But like I said, this is all about setting intentions and trying to evolve. The problem is that when I read poetry, including the Psalms, it messes with my alignment. It forces me to sit up straighter and recognize words and ideas that pluck at parts of me and make me feel, I don't know, like, it makes me feel out of sorts. So I hope in these next few weeks we can all try to read some things that might scare us or might make us feel uncomfortable. For starters, here are the last 2 stanzas of a poem by Jan Richardson, okay, that my friend had just shared on Facebook, and I had to just share it with you, okay? So let us be marked not by sorrow, and let us be marked not for shame. Let us be marked not for false humility or for thinking we are less than. We are, but for claiming what God can do within the dust, within the dirt, within the stuff of which the world is made, and the stars that blaze in our bones, and the galaxies that spiral inside the smudge we bear. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. Take that in. Number 3 thing that queer folks can do for Lent, for God's sake, go outside. It's spring, all right? I don't know if it's spring where you're at, but you know, I don't know if it's nice outside where you're at with the crazy bipolar weather that we've been having lately, but it's always hot here, you know, but it's been extra beautiful lately. And one of my favorite things about Lent is that it welcomes longer, warmer days. You know, as Easter approaches, new flowers bloom and new birds sing. Whatever your favorite way to be outside is, do it. I hope you make time to do it, all right? Unity on the Bay teaches us that God and us are not 2 separate things. We are all God. And that resonates with me, especially the idea that what we call God is in and of the entire physical universe and also exists outside of time and space. So being in nature is a very important part of spiritual practice. Of course, we can seek the divine in anything and everything, but it's easier to find it in a perfectly strange flower than the cup on my desk where I keep my pens, you know? So I'm thinking of taking my Cuban camping or something. I don't know, maybe drink some coffee on a log by a lake or something. I can see that. Number 4 thing that queers can do during Lent, find a way to pray that doesn't hurt or doesn't feel weird. You know, I've decided to maybe read a psalm every day of Lent or, you know, whatever makes you feel more centered. Just do it, okay? I mean, you never know what's gonna work. I'm very good at praying out loud, right, in groups. And I used to be absolutely terrible at praying alone. It made me feel inadequate and humiliated. And my mind used to wander like a 4-year-old in the cereal aisle. But go to church, you know? I mean, go to Sunshine Cathedral, go to Unity on the Bay. These people will help you with meditation. They say that praying is when you talk to your higher power, God, Buddha, Allah, Spirit, Jehovah, whatever you want to call them. Okay, however you know him or her. Praying is talking to your higher power, and meditation is when they answer back. All right? You still have a little bit of time before Lent ends. Go do something for your spiritual well-being. I love you. Well, that's it. That's the FayWhat show. I hope that you had fun. I am really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ+ community. It's often hard for us girls. If we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. We opened the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ+ community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. Honestly, it's what makes us so damn strong. We will not be silenced. Until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Crime-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl, Latina, but she's you.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did, so make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo, so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ+ media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started.